Hello and welcome to Ink in the Eyes. I'm Charles Salisbury, and with me is the circus seal herself, Ace McAlpine.
That's rude.
And today...
I'm not gonna let that slide.
I thought it's because it paused 1 second, I was actually just not reacting to that. Today we are talking about the many pieces that create one singular piece.
One Piece. By. I looked up the pronunciation of his name, and the first video I found was from a French guy. I was like, I don't know about this. And then I found a Japanese pronunciation of it, and it was different. I was like, who is this?
Was it?
Say that again?
I feel like French... I think because the French people have a very difficult language to pronounce, they do see themselves as like the pronunciation.
So
like
the first name was
stuff when I've googled like how do you pronounce that, it'll be a French person that does it.
The first name was the same. It was just the last name. He said Oda, it's Oda, and then the Japanese pronunciation said Odai, which sounds more Japanese.
Odai.
Yeah. And so in Japanese you would say his last name first name second. But the French person then said how you would say it in English is, obviously first name, then last name. And then he's pronounced it in an American accent. Which is even stranger.
So he did it with an American accent?
Yeah, when he said it when he's like, the English version is. Yeah. It's very strange.
Weird. And how is his American accent?
Not bad. It just took me off guard. It wasn't great. But it wasn't bad. Don't know why he'd do an American accent.
Right.
He had a nice enough one.
Most people, anyway, if you go to like international schools, do. Anyway, yeah, we're not. Go on then, tell me what it is, because you haven't actually
One Piece.
Go no run up.
Just no. Volume 1, Romance Dawn. By Eiichiro Oda. Eiichiro.
Nice.
I think. There are 114 volumes as of last month. Not finished yet. And over 600 million copies are in circulation.
No.
Globally.
What? Obviously. Jesus, really?
A lot of people say it's one of the best animes ever written. Like, a lot of people say it's their famous one. Or
Christ.
It's their favorite one. It is very famous.
Their favorite one. Yeah.
Yep. It started in a serialized magazine called Weekly Jump. Weekly Shonen Jump. I think in English they just call it Weekly Jump. Anyway, it started in July 1997.
Yeah.
And I have read now, first issue of this. I've saw the first anime episode.
Ooh.
And all of the live show. So, stay tuned.
Have you seen all the live show? Because obviously we watched the first series together in España. Have you now watched the second series?
I have.
I've not.
It came out in March.
It did.
But stay tuned till the end, and I'll tell you which is the best.
Oh.
And why.
And why?
I think you could probably infer. I'm not making my opinions a secret. Anyway, originally, well, I'll start telling you about the author. So he does a lot of the drawings himself, and in one interview that was in Japanese, and then Loop, I think, translated it to English. Or someone translated it in English and I got it from, they do like a lot of movie features and like information. I think they sometimes show their stuff like in theaters. Anyway, they do a lot of movie stuff. And apparently the author said he wakes up at 5 a.m. and will work till 2 a.m. the next day. And like doesn't take days off.
Christ.
Which is crazy because he also has 2 kids. So you should be watching them.
You should be watching them.
His wife, fun fact for you, He met in 2002. She was a model actress who was playing Nami in a stage theater
No
performance at a
way.
festival. Yeah, that's how we met her. Anyway,
Oh,
wow,
that's cute.
you do my
That's a
character
cute
so well.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. So he originally thought it was going to end after 5 years, but do you remember what year it started?
And then 7.
And if it's still going on? Clearly, 5 years have
It did not.
came and gone. Anyway, he had an ending in mind, and he said
So
it just
he met her once. He met her in 2002. Yeah.
yeah.
So he did kind of He did it like, if it ended in 5 years' time, that is when he met his wife. So like there was a huge situation that did happen in 5 years. So he's kind of right at some point.
Oh, aw.
Didn't end.
Well,
It didn't end, but he had like a key part of his life changed.
that's a nice way of thinking about that. I was like, wow, she was representing his art, and he went, that's how I like my followers. Anyway.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Carry on.
Oh, but he always had the ending in mind, and at 5 years, I don't know when actually, it was probably sooner than 5 years, he just was like, this is going to take a lot longer, and he liked the story too much to end it that quickly, and it's doing insanely well, and so clearly there's still a very large market for it, and so why not add more?
Why not continue it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the moment, rumor is it's going to end 25 years after it started, and he still has the same ending that he originally had in mind.
Cool. That's exciting.
Questions, comments, concerns?
So wait. No, it can't. It can't have been 25 years since it started, because that's
No, it hasn't ended yet.
already been.
Has
I
it
know,
been
but
25 years?
25 years is
Oh yeah, I guess that would have came and passed.
2026. Yeah.
I don't know.
So it
I have
must
to look
be
at the
the
article I was
30th year
reading.
next year.
I thought it was fairly... I mean, the live action show had come out, but it might have been last year. And they said it's gonna end
Weird.
in roughly 5 years, and it'll be... Maybe they said over 25 years, but that also seems strange. But you
Yeah,
are
strange
correct.
way of measuring time, yeah.
That would be 29. I think there's a break in the middle of the series. I don't know.
Got it.
I actually didn't look into that because this is only the first book I read. And I know there are a lot of die-hard fans. This episode is not for them. I'm giving you a basic overview. If maybe you've seen the show and you're interested in the book. Yeah, it's good. It's quite close to... There are differences, but it is quite similar to the story.
Where does the first one end in the series?
So it starts with
Spoilers.
him as a kid, and it goes all the way... They show all of his backstory as a child to when he leaves chronologically. So in the TV show, you get it in flashbacks.
Oh, so it's not like Skippy, it's just chronological.
Correct. It's chronological. It ends with a scene that's not in the live action. So the anime, interestingly, ends halfway through this book, the first episode of the anime.
Right.
Ends halfway through this book when he's with Kobe, and they're like floating out on the ocean. They've just escaped the pirate. Very similar to this, I think. Again, couple differences, but like mostly very, very similar. And so this ends with him meeting Nami, but it's not where she meets him in the live action. They kind of combine her, Zoro, and Luffy kind of at that base, stealing the map in the live action. All at once.
Okay.
He like has met Zoro, recruited him, done his little scene, and now he's just encountered Nami.
And
It's
now he's
funny
doing
though
that.
because he's on this like random island because he was floating in the ocean with Zoro. This is a spoiler, but like I'm assuming everyone's
Crack
seen the
on.
first season of the show, and he's like
Nearly 30 years
starving.
old. It's fine.
They're like starving. They need a navigator. There's this bird, and so Luffy like flings himself up there, and then the bird's eye is like the size of his head. Which I don't know why, but I just found this so funny. Because here you can see like little bird in the sky, and then the bird's like massive. So he's just like kidnapped by this bird and dropped on a random island, and then that's where he meets Nami.
Oh, so that's a whole side quest of the story. Yeah.
He like just met her. She's running away from some pirates. He falls, and she's like, "Oh my God, boss, you came to save me." And so the people chasing her are like, "Oh, this guy is the mastermind. We need to grab him." She runs off, escapes, but then like he beats them all up, and then she's like, "Interesting. Who are you?" Like,
Interesting.
I steal from pirates, and then obviously he's outraged because he's a pirate.
He's a pirate. He's the pirate king.
He's a pirate king. Yes, so that is one of the differences. It's humorous. There's a lot of... Actually, what I will tell you, let me find a page. So there's like, between the chapters, I think it's 4 chapters, there's little pages like how to draw a pirate flag.
Oh, cool.
And then there's one a little bit about the author. Let me see if I can find it. About, the character of Captain Morgan. And so that was like, he shows an early draft.
As in the actual Captain Morgan.
No, as in the character in the show, who's the second villain.
Got you. That is okay.
Yep. So he got into comics.
Mm-hmm.
As a child, he said, "I'm going to be a comic creator so I don't have to get a real job." And at 17, won the Tezuka Award, which got him a job as an assistant at the weekly Shonen Jump magazine, which is where One Piece is eventually first published.
Nice.
And then at 19, he won the Hop Step Award for new manga. No, I looked it up, and it's manga.
It is actually manga.
Yeah, it's manga. Now, that's the Japanese pronunciation. I suspect the Americanized
And that's the correct way of...
manga.
and that's the way. I've only ever heard it called manga. I've never heard it called manga, apart from you. And so I would...
So I think I've heard it of people being like, actually, it's, like being really obnoxious.
Oh, like Moet is Moet as opposed to Moe, yeah.
Yes. I haven't heard that one, but I wondered if it was like that. So I think if you're talking to a diehard fan, they'll be like, yeah, it's manga. But
Actually, yeah.
I also would be willing to say it's mainstream enough that people have heard manga. Well, you haven't.
I haven't, but I am not mainstream in that in the societies of youth. See, manga was very very fringe when I was growing up. Like, just because of dissemination of information, it would be like very weird if you were into it. And I don't mean weird, but like it would be very rare that somebody was into it, especially if you were in a small town like Buxton. It was hard enough getting comics. As it was, we had to go into Manchester or we'd have to go into Sheffield to like actually buy comics anyway. So to then get like Japanese imports would be either way too expensive or just not available. So it was, you had to really be into it to be into it.
Yeah. I think now it's quite common. I had a lot of friends in college who were really like die-hard fans, and now there's 1 or 2 people who work at the bookstore who they only read manga. And actually they have like a little annex in the bookstore of like it's YA, graphic novels, comics, and manga, and they just the like wall with all the graphic novel, it's like DC Marvel, and then all the like other graphic novels, they just took down half of that wall and added more manga.
Wow.
'cause
Took down half of the DC or half the
no,
independent
half of the
ones?
graphic novels, and added a bunch more manga.
Wow.
So now it's like 2 walls, a wall and a half.
Wall and a half manga, 1 wall DC, half a wall independent stuff.
No. It's like, okay. This is more complicated. It's a U shape.
Got you.
One side is normal novels, it's YA. And
Yeah.
there's like another shelf for it. This shelf used to be graphic novels. They had a section for Marvel, section for DC, everything else.
Yep.
This wall was manga.
Right.
They've now made this chunk also manga. Graphic novels, Marvel, DC.
Wow. The reason why I was asking is like, what had they taken that from? Had they taken it from
I don't know.
DC and Marvel, or have they taken
Probably
it from
not.
independents? Because I've heard, from what I've read, DC and Marvel are kind of struggling is the wrong word, but like their readership has gone
Not in
down.
vogue.
Yeah, I think just because they were probably concentrated more on films, like then they're not.
Yeah, that's true.
They've shifted focus.
I don't think I knew many people who read Marvel DC comics growing up. It was like me.
Yeah, not loads of people. I did actually. That's a lie. I did know a few, but yeah.
A ton of kids, and recently, like young elementary school age kids, reading graphic novels in the past couple weeks.
Fantastic. Great for literacy. Great for everything. There's no downside to graphic novels.
From an unbiased source.
From an unbiased source, there's no downside.
So, the other thing I will say with like them making the manga the manga section bigger, these series have like a million books in each of them, whereas you think of like graphic novels, they're one-offs usually, except for, like special occasions. But manga easily is gonna have 50 episodes. I mean, One Piece has 114 and it's not done.
Yeah. That's what I was going to actually ask. How thick are how many pages is in the 140? Like one volume of?
I think it's around this size. Because when you go into that section, a lot of the books are this size-ish.
This kind of size. Does it say page count or not? Roughly. I could Google it, but you've got it in your hands.
Doesn't have page numbers.
I'll do a live Google whilst we're doing it.
And because you haven't read manga, you read it backwards.
I did not.
You read it backwards. Because in Japanese, they read it backwards. But let me see. They usually have a diagram. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here, yeah. For the English versions. So, like, when you have this book, like this cover, I don't know if you can tell if my camera's flipped or not, but this is like the back cover of a normal book in English.
Right.
And so if you were to flip it open, like not thinking, they have a little thing saying...
You're reading in the wrong direction. Oh, that's cute.
So like even on the pages, you are going to be reading right to left. Wait.
Like it.
Yeah, instead of left to right.
Yeah.
Once you get into the flow,
Yeah.
it's like...
I mean, it won't
but
make
it
any
usually
difference
takes
with
me
that.
a
I
second.
actually read magazines backwards, and I don't know why. Somebody
You're a
said it
hipster?
meant something about you, and I was like, I don't believe that. But yeah, if I pick up a magazine like a Vogue or something, I'll start at the back and read that way. Don't know why.
Even the paragraphs?
No, I'd flick through and then see a story or an editorial and then work forwards. It's very rare that you see like something editorially good anymore. It's 192 pages. Volume 1 has 192 pages.
Okay. This thick? Oh, there's water on my desk. So the original thing was a one-shot published in 1996. It was only about 50 pages. It was also called Romance Dawn, and it had, I think Luffy. I think he was named Luffy. Nami had a different name. She was in it. And in that one...
Name Nami. It's cool.
I like the name Nami too. She was originally called Silk in this one. And
Also a good name.
Luffy was more into just having a fun adventure rather than being king of the pirates. And he was inspired by Shanks, I think is the red-haired pirate who gives him the hat. And then a month later, he published another one-shot, I think with Luffy again. Nami's name was Anne. And he was inspired to be a pirate by his pirate grandfather. And so when it was published in the version it is now, you can kind of see both of those storylines incorporated into it.
Married into it, yeah.
Yeah. So, of the anime, the first episode is the first anime of these like 2 one-shots, but the second one-shot apparently is 109 in the anime episode.
Wow. Isn't that the longest? Is it one of the longest running TV shows as well? Like the most episodes of a TV show as well?
I think so. I didn't look that up.
I can remember somebody saying that they just didn't, like, loads of people
I don't
just
know
don't
if
want
it's
to
this
start
one
it because
or
it's like it's ridiculously big. It's 21,888 pages is what I'm gonna say.
Saze-san is the longest running anime
Roughly.
with 28 over 2,800
What episodes?
episodes since 1969.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that. That's like Coronation Street, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like Coronation Street or like Emmerdale or like one of these like long-serving soaps. That like the episodes don't really count because they're like an ever-going, evolving story. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it holds the record for highest initial print run for any book in Japan. Do you want to guess what number volume?
Highest print volume. No.
Any number between 1 and 114.
74.
56.
Oh, damn. Damn.
It also holds the Guinness World Record for most copies published for the same comic book series by a single author. It was a
So is
bestseller.
it single author, single illustrator?
So he does a lot of the illustrations. I think he has assistants,
A lot.
but he's the one credited for the art.
Wow.
And it was a bestseller for 11 years straight.
Phew.
I feel like that's just not something that happens here. Like if you
What,
think
you're like such a, yeah.
Yeah. But it feels like they're kind of like celebrities in Japan from the little I know.
I mean, yeah, you must be, surely. Like,
And
his
I think-
entire life must be it. If you're spending like every waking moment, which it sounds like he's awake more than I am, and he's illustrating that, even if you do that for like 2-3 months,
That has to be an
and then
exaggeration.
you're married, yeah,
I just find that.
you can't survive that. You just can't
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, presumably you're taking like an hour break for lunch, but you know, like I said, he has 2 young kids, and like maybe he doesn't take care of them, but also, I have questions.
Yeah, I think that might be like maybe he's done that a few times, or he does that like
Yeah, or it's like wow,
once a week or something, or like
Yeah.
like you just can't.
Well, it says he
that's
doesn't take days off.
unsustainable.
or like weekends off.
Can't do that.
I know.
You'd be insane. You'd be literally
think-
insane.
Yeah. Well,
Surely.
Surely.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
but I think, and this again is based off vibes only, in Japan with these really long series, culturally, they're buying like 50 books in a series if they are a diehard fan, versus I don't think there's any series I have that I bought 50 books. You rolled your eyes.
Nope. I didn't roll my eyes. Oh yes, no, I do remember. I didn't roll my eyes at all. Sorry, I was thinking. Horus Heresy.
Oh.
Over 50 books in that. Yeah. So yeah, die-hard fans do that.
E-books of those.
What?
You got the e-books of those.
I got them as ebook. Yeah. Yup. I've got them on my Kindle so that I don't look like a complete loser when I'm reading them.
You've just...
Actually, it's because they're really big. And
they're not... They're like the mass market size too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which they're kind of a pain to read.
Yeah.
I have two.
They're a pain to read because the spine is too close, like they're too jam-packed and the spine is too close to read properly. So you end up breaking the spine, which is some pet hate of mine.
Oh, really? I don't mind broken spines.
Yeah, I hate it when I lend people books and they're like...
Oh, see, when I borrow a book, I won't do it. But for mine, it looks loved.
No, mine do not look loved. Mine look clean.
Do you want to see my ratty book?
Why? Yours or... I would have thought yours was totally different. I would have thought yours were...
Wait, let me see if I can reach it.
No.
This isn't related to One Piece, but this will annoy you. I got this book new when it first came out. Do you want to guess what it is? Oh, when I got it. Lightning Thief.
Oh no, that would have taken me 1,000 years to get that. That does look well loved. 2005, I could give you a spine separation, but like if it's new and somebody's just like, if it looks tatty, I'm like, how have you done that?
I was 12, yeah. And it's a cheap
I have
book.
a very tatty notebook next to me, actually, as I'm saying this now.
And
that has 0 spine, so like, it's our favourite one. But like,
oh my god, are you still using that?
I'm reusing it. Yeah, I didn't use it the first time, and now on this third draft,
You're writing notes for the draft?
Using it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I'm reading through, writing notes, and rewriting it all.
Nice. I have no idea where mine is. I gave up halfway. Well. I wish people were that excited to books here. However. So he was inspired to make this book because he wanted to do a pirate comedy, and he attributes that to a animated Viking show that was not Japanese. I think it was in a bunch of like European countries. And then he was also inspired a lot by Dragon Ball, the artist from that. Particularly
Nice.
the art of how he drew muscles and tans.
Were you a Dragon Ball kid?
Were you?
No. I was not. I think
I
the
don't
closest I got
know.
to like that kind of like Japanese culture was obviously Pokemon, and then a few friends got into like Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh. But I got into Pokemon cards, and I got Pokemon Yellow because my auntie got it me from America. So it was before it even came out. It just came out in America when she was there, and she didn't know what it was. And everybody else had red and blue, and I had the yellow, and it was the coolest thing ever. I was the coolest kid in the playground.
That's incredible.
Probably way too old to be that excited about it, but yeah.
I feel like if people put so much pressure on, like, oh, I was too old, like, what? Like, if you're not hurting anyone.
No, I mean, I actually, like, I played with my stepbrothers. I was up in the attic and I found his Pokemon Red on the original Game Boy. I was like, I'm going to play on this now. For a while.
Actually, I think
until it broke. I was like,
people
I'm
are
just going to play on
getting-
this, and then it broke. I was like, thank God for that.
People are getting back into, like, the DS.
I can see that. I
Like,
think Nintendo,
like-
I'm going to say it, Nintendo make the best consoles.
Oh, yeah. I agree. The most
Unless you're, like, a heavy gamer.
Yeah.
I think they make the most exciting stuff. Like, if you're a proper gamer and you, like, 3, 4, 5 days at a time, like, I've got friends who, like, take days off work and, like, completely sell themselves to it. But if you just in and out, I want to have a bit of fun, a bit of escapism. I think Nintendo do the most exciting stuff. Like, wait, yeah.
Agree.
Said it.
I wasn't arguing with you.
I wonder if your sister would agree with me, or any other gamer we know. Leave a comment if you agree or disagree with me. Be kind, though.
She has a Switch. She has a PlayStation.
I'd be PlayStation over Xbox. I think it'd be Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. I've never had an Xbox, but I did have a PlayStation 1. Cool story, bro.
I want an Xbox. I never used it, and I gave it to him, but they
You
always
won?
used it. Yeah.
How did you win an Xbox?
Oh, no. I'm sure I've told you this. I went to my friend's university, and they were having, like, a game night, gambling night, and I wasn't really supposed to be there, but she was friends with the person, like, running it, head of the student council, so he got me in, and I lost. It was just, like, card games, like blackjack, poker, whatever, and I lost basically all my chips, and then I sat down next to my friend, and the guy on my other side, it was like where they throw the ball. I don't know. It was like one of those tables, numbers. Clearly, I don't play gambling, but it's like the red and black squares with the numbers, and you like put the chips on what you think it's gonna be.
Roulette, yeah.
So he put all of his chips on like one number, one letter, and I was like, "What in the world are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm leaving, so I have to get rid of all my chips." And I said, "If you win, can I have them?" And then he won. And so he gave half to his friend and half to me. And I cashed in. So I feel a little bit guilty over this. Anyway,
For
I got like
cash, like he just was just like, yeah, fuck it, have it.
Yeah. Well, they're like chips. And it wasn't cash you were earning, you were getting raffle tickets. And so I got 2 raffle tickets, and I put them both in for the Xbox. And then I won.
Fuck, that's amazing.
I know, it was just like the best luck, like every.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad. I think I had to pay like $40 for it, but
I mean,
I could probably still sell it for more now.
Yeah. Christ. Good. Yeah.
I think I've only ever watched movies on it though, which again is like, it was kind of wasted on me.
So maybe you're getting to it now.
Maybe, that's true. I could probably find games, because it's like an older model now, that I could probably find games cheap.
Like CX or something, yeah. Yup. Yeah. I'm the only roulette. I've never actually played it. My friend, we were out for his birthday and we ended up in a casino. No idea why. I think it was in Manchester actually. And I won blackjack.
Nice.
I won £9 and then I walked away from the table and the guy was like, "Do you not want to carry on gambling?" And I was like, "No, I've won £9. And I think this was at a time, showing my age now, when that was like 2 or 3 drinks as opposed to like not even one drink anymore. Like you could not get a drink for £9 in a casino in Manchester. Whereas back then I think I got like 2 drinks. So I was like, fuck it, that's excellent, that's worth more to me than playing. And my mate was like, £50 on black, and then he lost it and he said, "Lightning can't strike twice, £50 on black." And
it absolutely can. That.
And I was like, mate, you just lost £100 like off the bat in like 24 seconds. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I've never been in a casino.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise it. They're not.
The fact people get addicted to gambling freaks me out. Not that I think I would, because like.
Well, no one's above it. Like any addiction, no one's above it, I think.
Oh, yeah, right. But I'm too cheap to get into gambling, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. Why would I just throw away money?
Yeah. I'm a miser as well, so like it's not. But yeah, I don't think it's because I'm better than it. I think it's just I don't.
Oh
do it
yeah.
I'm a miser as
The
opposed
thought
to
that
like
it could
I could do it and walk away. Yeah.
I just have no interest. There is a video game for One Piece. I don't know what it is, but it's also been turned into a trading card game, and a few animated movies, which I think also premiered here and did quite well.
Trading card games.
Must be big in
Discuss. They're very big in Japan.
Yeah, because you have...
I have a friend that's into Magic the Gathering, but I've got too many hobbies at the moment, and I can't get into another thing that I have to buy more things.
I never
to
got
fit in
into
my
card
small
games.
flat. But I
used
can
to have
imagine me getting into it.
I don't just...
Yeah, Pokemon was originally a trading card game, and everybody swapped them, but we did actually play the game properly. Like you had like your Poké deck, and you kept it on, and then you had little stones. I think they were blue and yellow, if memory serves. But people play like trading card games at the gaming club I'm part of.
Oh. I don't like
I just
the blind boxes, the like trading card packs where you don't know what you're getting. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Another form of gambling. I want to know what I'm gonna get.
Yeah, totally. I'd be the same. Yeah.
Someone gave me a Star Wars blind box for my birthday, and I was like, the only one I want is Princess Leia. And it was her! I was like, this turned out really well. But like the odds
You're like the luckiest person ever.
Thank you. I hope I continue to be the luckiest person ever.
Yeah. I think you will do.
Thank you. I don't know if that's genetic or not. Because in some ways, I've been very unlucky.
Aww. Keep it light.
I know. I didn't mean that for it to be such a...
Eeyore, come on.
Such a depressing statement. So the anime has a younger audience in Japan. I don't think it necessarily does here, but in Japan it does. They water down a few of the more graphic elements. Particularly, apparently there's this one character that like flips everyone off constantly in the comics, and they don't do that in
They can't put
series.
it in
Yeah, but they did. Like they showed a screenshot of like him being introduced, and they had his sword kind of sticking up in their direction, and so it's like I think they tried to.
Oh, so you know kind of vibe. Yeah. That's fun. I like that.
Yep.
Are you going to continue reading it?
I don't know. If the library has it, maybe. Because it was a quick read. It was fun. And I do think there's more to the story in it than there is in the live action. And a lot of the story is actually inspired by Japanese folklore, and the pirates are inspired by real pirates. Like, the Gold Rogers is based on a French pirate that tossed a cryptogram into the crowd when he was being hung.
Le Bousse.
Told people. Yeah. And then a lot of the, like, different islands they visit in, you see it in season 2 in the Grand Line, are inspired by Japanese folklore stories, which I think is interesting. But, there's a lot to read. And I think it might be annoying if I try and get every episode at the library and read it, like, dead slow. But
Mine has a manga section, but I don't know whether it has all the One Pieces.
I don't know if they have it all, but...
Yeah,
I would say there's a good chance they do have quite a few of them. Maybe not all 114, but because it's so popular, like, if people are going to know manga, this is one of the
that
5.
Would be what it is. Yeah. Is this your toe into manga? Is this it now? Is this manga?
I've read manga before.
I know, but is this it?
I don't think I'm going to fully go into it because... This is going to sound like an insult, and it's not, so allow me to explain myself. I think it's quite tropey, more so than novels that I've read in my day-to-day life, because in different mangas there's like very specific characters and personalities that people my friends who have been really into it, like, know all the tropes and all the different kinds of characters that are like missed and matched for the different bands and stuff. I think a common example that, maybe not the best example, but like the Lolita character is like usually a young, very cute girl. There's not really one in One Piece, but feel like we've heard
What
that
they always
term
have
too.
like the fact that it's called a Lolita character is disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with people?
I know, I was like, this is a bad example, but it's like a term we've heard.
No, it's an
feel
example.
like-
Why is Lolita a thing?
I don't
Still
know.
a thing. I've never read it. 'Cause I'm
I
not a
haven't either.
novice.
I don't know if their version is related to the book Western, or if that's a translation, or
Probably a translation, isn't it?
Yeah.
People
I would say it's probably a
absolutely
translation, too.
obsessed with
um
Nabucco.
but if you think of like, I don't think One Piece is as bad. They seem a little bit more, I don't want to say one-dimensional, but like a bit tropey in the comic versus the TV show. Like Kobe, now I haven't gotten to the part where he's like fully in the Marines yet, but you know, he's kind of a wimp. Like everyone
Yeah.
just flat out says to him, "Wow, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like you're such a coward." You're so like they really kind of batter into it. He's like crying and screaming all the time. Like
Oh.
it's very much he's weak.
It's kind of why I suppose it does make more sense than in the comic of why he's like, I want to go into this ultra masculine talks to the Marines of being like, oh, I'm going to prove my masculinity by going too far the other way. I think that's probably quite a trope within the armed forces anyway.
See, I don't think he gets overly like hyper masculine in No, I
No,
haven't
but
read
like
all
if
of
you're
those.
gonna do it, if you're like being called a wuss all your life,
Oh, I
you're
see.
gonna go for something that is like
Okay.
you're not gonna be like a
Yeah.
hairdresser or a poet are you, or a writer or something like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're gonna go for something that's like
Tough.
extra like tough, yeah, like a farmer or builder or like I think or in the army or marines type of guy.
That's not to say I say all these tropes. It's not to say they don't have character arcs, because a lot of times they do. And like Nami's quite cool, and she's like very smart. I do think in the live action, so I wonder if that's going to happen more in the comic or in the manga. She seems to mother them a little bit. Or she's like watching after them more so.
That really hasn't happened in the live action.
It does in the second season a bit. It's
Oh, does
not
it?
outright,
first
but
season it
she is the one like giving them money for shopping and making sure they're behaving, and she still can fight, and she's like stealing from people, and she's
Yeah.
cool, but she does get a bit more like she's the responsible one. And I feel like a lot of times it's the girl who's the responsible one, which
I was just about to say this really weird trope of like life where we simultaneously like we as a society undermine women consistently, think of them as the lower, think of them as like second class and that we're the head of the household. But if you think of every trope of every community, it's always the woman that's in charge. Like a very northern thing would be like the woman is the matriarch of the household, of like she has the cat, like the man may bring home the cash, but the woman like makes sure there's food on the table, makes sure there's all these things, like controls the family. It's a really weird thing that like doesn't really like opposing viewpoints of how we view women. Yeah.
yeah, I mean Luffy's still the captain. Like,
Yeah. But
For
like,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't just to do with that. That was just my view on society. Societal ills.
Decided, well, literature reflects society.
Literature does reflect society.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say it's very black and white. Like characters are so far good or bad. In this, which is not the case for all manga.
No.
But it's interesting because you had the pirate Alvida, tyrant. Everyone was afraid of her, awful. And then they go to the Marines, and there's Captain Morgan, where he's a tyrant, and all his people are scared of him, and they get rid of both of them. Which I thought in this was very obvious that like they were the same kind of
Bad
tyrant
leadership.
on
like,
different ends of the spectrum. Yeah. Go ahead. You were,
I was going to say, actually, we were chatting about 28 years later, The Bone Temple, which did terrible in the box office, but it was an amazing film. It was the second second of the 28 years later. 28 years later, then like 9 or 11 months, The Bone Temple came out. Terrible title, and came out well too early. Like people just weren't ready for it. A whole sequel to come out. But me and my mate were saying what was good about that is there was actually like a bad guy. Like the baddie in it is like off the charts bad. So you can very easily root for the story and be like, okay, there are goodies, and there's one fucking awful guy that you hope gets the comeuppance.
Yeah, I think kind of recently, gray area characters, morally gray characters, have come into vogue a bit. Or like everyone's bad and they're just competing. What I will say though about The Walking Dead is I think this is just an opinion, I didn't like it as much when they started bringing in like bad guys other than the zombies, like when you got people who were just really brutal and awful, and that's because it got more gory and it was just like they were torturing people.
I did think that in The Walking Dead.
And to be fair, in that, like, the zombies were the bad guys in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was, like, very obviously.
I just think The Walking Dead should have, again, an opinion. I think it should have ended quite way earlier than it did. It did get a bit boring, dare I say.
Yeah, we stopped watching. I was talking to someone the other day at work who was like, yeah, stopped watching. Actually, I think he was reading the comics.
Yeah, comics.
No. Okay, yeah, he said he stopped watching, and I was like, I stopped watching even before that, Walking Dead. So, I think, because you heard about it in pop culture a lot, and then it just...
I mean, yeah, it started off really, really, really good.
Yeah.
And then, I just was like, this is, kind of the same. It was formulaic by the end. Yeah. But yeah, do watch 28 Years Later, because it is very good. Well, actually, I nearly threw up in the cinema. Me and my mate were actually...
And now
I genuinely, it was the first time, because of like gore, it was the first time I was like, I'm going to have to walk out. I don't think I can sit through this film. Like the story arc is amazing, but it just goes in sixth gear and just does not stop. Quite good.
Horror doesn't usually bother me. I just don't like torture or horror or...
Oh, well, this
thriller.
will be... Yeah.
I haven't really seen many horror movies in theaters. I'm trying to think of one. Oh, I saw Annihilation.
Yeah, that was the last time I saw one.
I think that's the only horror movie I've ever seen. That's like...
I like a cinema. I read somewhere that like Gen Z... Was I watching something?
Oh my god, I heard this too. It's getting back... Like, people are giving them... saying they don't go out, but like they are actually going out to the theater quite a bit.
Okay, yes. I was at an event with Manchester filmmakers called Rec MCR, which is amazing, and it's free, so check out your tickets there. RECMCR. And the guy was saying, one of the filmmakers there was saying Gen Z are actually like noticeably on in cinemas now, and he was like, you may think they're all lazy and on the phone. He's just like, that's just not true. It's not true at all. Like, they're well into story, well into film, and big proponents of like the cinema.
I mean, if I think of my friends, even the ones who like weren't in film, they're big movie people. I think it's more our generation that is like, well, my generation that is more TV, Netflixy kind of that thing. I think that came in just because it was so novel for us that we could do it, whereas it's probably more novel for you that you actually go out to an event and have a cinema, and it is like a really nice experience. Like, the cinema is an amazing experience. Yeah. Indeed.
And you don't want to watch it on a phone. There was a really good advert that Odeon did. I think it was Odeon or View. And theirs was like how to watch a story. And it was like some guy like on his phone like this, and it was headphones. It was like, why are you watching something that's like hundreds of people made and it's supposed to be spectacular, and you're watching on your phone? Like, it's a shit way of not not it's shit, your shit, but just being like treat yourself, like enjoy the spectacle as opposed to
See,
like
we
trying
have
to
a
do this and that.
projector and surround sound in the basement, and so
See, you got that.
like Project Hail Mary, we were gonna go to see in theaters, but it's
I'm gonna go and see
almost
that in the cinema.
3 hours.
Is it?
It's a lot, and my mom was like, if we watch it at home, we can
We'll be at
pause it
home.
and like
Yeah.
take an intermission, like, and it's a
Film should
nice,
not
like,
be
we
that
have a
long.
really nice projector and like so.
Yeah.
I think
No, I didn't know it was that long. 3 hours is too long for a film.
I don't think it's 3 hours. I think it's just under.
But that's still too long.
It's like, yeah. No, I think that's
Hitchcock said that a film should be no longer than the amount of liquid a human bladder could hold.
Agree. Oh my god, when I saw the first
Agree.
Dune, I was dying, and so I finally went to the bathroom because I was like, nothing's happening, and I missed the like end scene where it was like the climax essentially,
Like,
and then it
yeah, the
ended,
main
and I
one,
was
yeah.
like, this is terrible.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Oh no, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Dune 3 is going to be amazing. Dune 3. Dune.
Me too. So, do you want to guess if I like the live action
Live action.
The
Did you watch
animated-
the first series with me?
and
And it was your
the
favourite holiday.
So, the Netflix live action, I read somewhere, caters to American fans. I was like, that's me. I agree.
Yeah.
But it like reaches a much bigger audience because more people are watching Netflix than interesting in manga. And I think at times, if you're not familiar with manga or you don't know anyone who reads it, it can be quite intimidating.
Yeah.
But the author illustrator is an executive producer on the live action, and it's very similar. Like, it is from, again, I've only read the first manga, but it's very similar. I think it stays true to the characters. They combine things, and so
Yeah.
what drives me nuts about animes I've watched is there's a lot of like filler episodes that some people love,
Yeah.
and they watch these slice of life genre things, but it's just not for me. And so I feel like, when you're doing a Netflix show, you're a lot more conservative's not the word, conscientious of the time and like every
Yeah. It costs
story.
it costs X amount of money per page, doesn't it? You got to cut
Yeah.
it.
And I would argue, because the series have been out, the anime is slightly different, very, very slight, that they, now have, this is like a fifth draft of the story. And so they can really develop it and say, like, actually, that's my theory,
This is what I want. Yeah.
because it's very strong, and I've heard nothing but good things from my friends who have watched it and also watch anime. I know Cowboy Bebop is another really famous, not as famous as One Piece, but another famous anime, and that one people didn't like the show.
They didn't like it.
No. I saw it. I haven't read the anime. Everyone told me to watch it, and I did not, because I think it's sad in the end, but I'm not sure. But they all kind of got this like sad, wistful look when they would talk about it. Anyway,
Oh no, as if like that was like they were expecting such high things and
no, like the anime that they love. They're like, it's so good, but there was this kind of like sad, oh god, when they talked about it. I kind of liked the live action. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but it was fun. It was a bit artsy, I would say.
the live action.
Yeah, of Cowboy Bebop,
Oh, I see.
not One Piece. One Piece is fun, and honestly, their character design for the show is incredible.
I think One Piece is amazing.
Yeah.
I know you'd like, for an American audience, whatever, like I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was really good fun. 17.2 million. I just looked at it.
I
dollars
think
per episode.
the kid who plays Luffy, also incredible, because
Awesome.
he's,
Awesome.
I would say, especially in the first season, he's just always so positive. Like here, when he first meets Kobe, he's not mean, but quite harsh. Like he does be like, "Oh, you're one of the people I hate because you are a coward," versus like in
Oh,
the show,
God.
he's just very, I mean, he's still positive. He still, like, helps Kobe reach his dreams and stuff. But I think in the live action, he's just constantly so optimistic that that's part of what makes him so delightful.
I've read a short story. This does link a short ghost story. Yeah. And it's called What is an Illusion? It's from the 1800s. Just finished it, and I had read it before, but there's one little bit, and it's on the thing of being like what you're talking about, Kobe, and the difference in society now and society then, set in England. But the schoolmaster, or a character in it, he's the head teacher, is like really cowardly and really deferential, and is really like, oh yes sir, to the inspector. And the inspector, like, it's obviously from his narration and his POV, and he's like, I was disgusted by this man. One of the boys acts up, and then the headmaster's deferential, and he's like, I felt like giving him the cane that I should have given to the boy. He's like, it's like, it is so evocative of a time of being like, how we treat cowardice, or like that meekness within. Yeah, it's quite funny. Quite interesting.
Yes. Well. Do you have
that is all from me?
Questions about my reading experience?
What's the art style like?
It's anime. Inspired by Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, you did say it was Dragon Ball Z, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Give you another...
Give me another page. Oh, this is quite a lot. It's heavy text, but yeah.
Yes, heavy text. Lots of lines. It's on the kind of newsprinty paper, which I think is quite common for...
Cheaper, isn't it?
Over-exaggerated sound effects. Oh wait, here's a cool one. Let me see. There's Zoro.
Ah, cool. That is cool, actually.
Yeah, they do incorporate the sound effects across the page very well. I'm very impressed. Yeah.
Excellent.
Are you gonna read it?
I think I might. If my library's got it, I'll get it. Yeah, I would read it actually, because I did really enjoy the first series of the live action. I probably wouldn't watch the cartoon.
No,
like you said,
it was a lot of yelling.
even with Pokemon, I never really got into the cartoon. Like, there's just a lot of...
We weren't allowed.
I don't know. I just never really got into manga cartoons. It's not for me. Just a taste thing, I think.
We weren't allowed to watch Pokemon, but when I was really little, Sunday morning cartoons, they had something called Tokyo Kitty Mew Mew. This is a fever dream, because I forget why, I started looking at this, and they're like girls who turn into cat superheroes. This was like my favorite show when I was very young, and then I was like, this is actually a little weird.
We should do a comparison episode of Man-Eaters versus Tokyo Kitty Mew Mew.
Very different, I think. I don't know, it feels like a fever dream that I watch this.
I mean, it's the title that's insane. Yeah, that alone is... I'm not putting it into my Google search, because I don't
No, okay.
Because I guarantee it'd be the same as what you said about... I don't know whether we cut it out of the last episode, but a certain type of person who's into things that are childish, you know what I mean? Like, the men who are into that are people that you possibly don't want to meet. Allow near your school.
Yeah. Alright, well, you have to pick an anime now. Not an anime, a manga.
I'll pick a manga.
I'll ask around and see what's a good entry level.
I'll pick one from the library. I'm just
okay,
go hard.
Never mind.
Yeah,
alrighty.
Just pick an episode 1 of 1 and be like, this is what we're doing.
Alright. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
To Charles, to the world, to YouTube. Please leave comments, questions, concerns in the... Oh, we should think of a question. what's your favorite manga? How did you like? Oh, do you think you like the book or the movie better?
Book, comic, yeah, live action or anime? That's your question. Answer below.
All right, and
How wrong
we'll
are we?
see you next week.